Ready.
Hello, hello. We are back with Terra Nullius. So, Clement looks at you and he says, you have the seeds to the tree of life. What do you say?
Ari looks to Samuel and says, "You knew this?"
No, I didn't know that it was. And then Clement holds up, I guess he can't hold the hand because he's tied up, but he basically says, I had my suspicions, but I never shared them with Samuel
Clement,
or
this makes
Cebu.
no sense then. Why are you leaving if you say that you found it, it's here? This makes no sense.
Do you want me to be honest with you, Ari?
I think he was going to take them and then leave.
Ryan knows me. Do you think I'm going to pass up the opportunity?
So that's what you're
that?
after? You're after immortality?
Hey, I was right.
It's a bit more complicated than that, but yes.
Why? Why would you want to live forever?
Knowing what I know, having what I have, who wouldn't?
Not me.
Death and I have never been friends. I believe there's a scripture somewhere about death being the enemy.
Did he ever meet Mickey?
Clement, why would you keep this a secret? Because think of what could happen if like Tu Hunapu or
That's exactly
she of the Jade Skirt or somebody got a hold of this. Why would you not tell that to your allies? Samuel and Cebu, why would you not tell us this?
And Cebu says, I didn't know it was the beans.
Doesn't matter.
Ari.
You were still looking for
known?
it. You knew it existed and you didn't tell us.
Yes, and that was our sacred mission. That was my job. That was the exact thing that I wasn't supposed to tell anyone. Yes, Faustino wants to live forever. That's what we came here to do. We're doing a job, Ari.
I just kind of like look back at him and I just go, nobody's going to live forever if we don't fulfill our mission. And I'm like, just so frustrated.
That's why I'm here helping
tearing
you.
up, and I just start walking away because I'm just like, I can't even deal with you guys right now.
Yeah, and Cebu is like trying to say like, that's why we're here. We are helping you. We just didn't. And then you like walk away. But yeah, Clement just starts chuckling.
You think this is so funny.
It kind of is. You're all turning on each other for nothing.
Because of you. This is why I should have just killed you.
You still can, Ari. You certainly still can.
She looks at Samuel.
What? He's gonna murder him in cold blood now? For nothing?
For nothing.
You know what you need to know now. There's nothing you're gonna gain by killing him. Ari, if he had asked you, if any of us had asked you for those beans, would you have given them to us?
Of course not.
Of course not. We're doing our job. Clement was doing his job.
You don't need these beans. Nobody needs these beans. You do not need to live forever, Samuel.
I don't want to live forever.
You just want to do your job.
I just want to get paid.
Wow. You know what? You're right. I won't gain anything from killing Clement. Except this. The clarity I needed to know that I do not want to be with you.
Oh. Whoa.
And then she shoots an arrow at Clement.
And then you shoot him. Yeah, of course you do. Okay.
Are we
done.
All right. Wow.
I mean, now does that take him down?
Yeah, that takes him down to -1.
Yeah, he just dies with an arrow in his forehead, basically, right? Like,
I mean,
but I mean,
goes unconscious.
He can still like be brought back, but
well,
yes, Samuel's eyes widen,
Does she have another shot though? Like
That's true. You could give him the two failed death saves. You shoot him again in your turn.
Well, one failed
Yeah.
death save.
Done.
It's only 2 if it's a
Right.
melee.
Right. Yeah, so you give him one failed. You just, and then Samuel looks at you. Oh boy.
Please tell me I have calm emotions. No, I don't.
I'm
was
trying to think if
20.
he just attacks you. Like,
maybe Samuel comes to his senses about what he just said.
it doesn't sound like there's any roll being made here. Ari's not trying to convince him of anything. She's just angry. You just said, yeah, I don't want to be with you. And then shot his friend. So I think let's roll initiative.
Okay. Is everybody rolling initiative, I would guess?
Yep.
Okay.
Uh,
Frank! What's happening?
Well, this
Hey,
did
that
not go
legendary-
how I thought it would.
Nope. No. Oh my gosh.
Oh, sweet. I still
Dang
beat
it, I forgot
Sabu. I beat
forgot to
Sabu
click
and
my
Darius.
Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh.
What'd you get?
I got 8.1.
And I got 8.11. I'm so dexterous. Oh my gosh.
All right, let me think this through. All right. Well, Ari, you get to go again. You can just finish him off, right? You can just shoot him again, and
Well, I think that's what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do is with my action, I'm going to go over there, activate the beans again. So that way for 1 minute, they can't go over there with Clement and I.
mm-hmm.
So actually, okay, can I do this? Can I do my bonus action, my offhand with my melee? So that way I just make him die, like slit
Yeah.
his throat. And then
Yeah.
for 1 minute, put up the beans. So that way he can't even revivify him.
Yeah. The issue is you're too close to
Well, I would move.
everyone. Yeah, but you would have to. The issue is you'd have to drag him away if you really wanted
you
to accomplish
wouldn't.
that.
No, I would slash, move, beans.
How much is the radius? I think it's pretty big, isn't it?
15 feet?
15.
Yeah. Let's.
Yeah, that gets only Clement in.
Oh, okay. All right. Just making sure.
So offhanded attack with my machete.
He's gone.
Well, no, just to make sure he's dead. Like I'm gonna slit his throat, basically.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So he's gone. Is my point. Like that's 3 failed saves.
Right. But I have to actually make sure I hit him, which I will. But you know, it's just for
You have
like,
advantage. He's down.
You have to make sure.
right. You just have to make sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah. You murder Clement.
Should have just done that in the first place.
I am much more interested in where this went. Give me one brief second. I'm doing some.
I'm so sorry, like Emily. Like this is gonna ruin things with Sabu, but like
Oh yeah, absolutely. Y'all are just gonna kill each other now.
Not if I have anything to do with it.
I'm just
I'm
like
at least-
sitting over there crying.
Yep.
Like, because Raya's like, this is the end of the world. Like,
Yeah.
this is it. There's no way
All right.
now.
All right. So that's what you do. You just murder him. Put up the beans.
yep.
Um.
Well, I don't know, because Sabu.
I mean, do you need? you
do
don't
I
need to
know that
do
Sabu
anything.
doesn't have diamonds?
You have no clue.
Because, well, no, because he didn't have them when Buck was dead, and I asked him to
True.
do
Yeah.
it.
So you're. That's.
But
that's
I
an
do. Do
assumption.
you know what I'm going to do? Because I don't.
Well, Ari doesn't think that Raya would revivify him, I don't think.
I'm saying that completely like I have no idea what Raya
Yeah.
would do at this point. So it's up to you if you'd put the beans up or not. But
I don't know, because at this point, Ari doesn't want to like leave Raya and Darius and Tepin to just like deal with this. But
I
I
will
mean-
tell you this. I'm gonna try and have our problems right now.
you can try.
It might not be that hard. I don't know about Samuel.
I mean,
How wise is
can
Samuel?
I just like, okay, here's what I'm gonna do. So with my offhand, I'm gonna kill Clement. And
Yep.
then with my other hand, I want to ready an action to attack somebody if they get close to me, like Cebu.
That is not how that works. You're using an attack action to kill Clement. You can't also
Oh,
ready an attack action
right.
to do something else.
I would just. Can she do the kill run beans?
I could, but like if Tepin's gonna do something, I don't know.
I don't want to say what I'm gonna do. That I don't want what I'm gonna do to influence what you're going to do. So make your
I
decision.
know.
Because the thing is, what I'm doing is in response to what you just did. So
Okay.
whatever you do,
I mean, yeah, I guess she would just do that. Like, I mean, that's her way of like protecting herself too, I guess.
Yeah.
How? I'm trying to think here real quick. I want to make sure. How do I deactivate? I'd have to do another action to deactivate them. That's the only thing. That's what I don't like. But
Yeah.
yeah. All right. I'll just do that.
Do you have the ability to kill him and do the beans? What was the
that's
action economy on that again?
It's one action to do the beans. So I
And
guess
isn't it an
not
action to
actually.
kill. Yeah, you can't.
could you use your bonus action to attack?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay.
No, it'd have to be part of my action.
You
You're
could
right.
always just put up the beans. We know what's gonna happen next.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want to make sure this dude's dead. Like I want to.
Right, but if you put the beans up, that will be determined, for sure on your next turn. It will be.
The
Yeah.
point being is
no,
like we
they
know.
still have 6 seconds to revivify. Technically.
Yeah, but I don't think the magic can go through the beans because spell effects can't pass
right,
through the
but the
barrier.
beans last a minute. So if she puts up the beans,
Right.
then it goes 6 seconds, then she kills him. Then technically there's still 6 seconds after the beans drop.
I see. That was the idea. Okay.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Which once again, I don't know what Raya's gonna do.
Yeah. So you can just kill him and then hope that Cebu isn't gonna immediately or Raya isn't
Yeah.
gonna immediately try to do something.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna kill him.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
with that machete attack, yeah. This is so sad. This isn't how I wanted things to go.
I am kind of just unsurprised by this turn of events because this is what you do with all of your allies. Every single one of them. This is how
Yeah,
it
but
goes.
like, okay, but like,
They
why don't they
They said we're doing our job, and you murdered him. And so, what do you think is gonna happen?
And I'm just and so I murder him, and then I just say, and I'm just doing mine.
Perfect. Oh, that's so good. All right, so that happens. Tepuma, it's you. Go.
Okay, I will take a bit of snake's tongue out, put it beneath my tongue, and I'm going because Samuel can understand me, right? Wait, Samuel speak a language that I can. What language does Samuel speak? This is actually very important.
Let us look.
I think he just speaks common.
I don't think he's a polyglot.
Ooh, this might not work. Oh.
He can speak Celestial, Common, and Draconic.
Okay, here's my question then. Does my awakened mind work as being able to communicate with someone?
What
I
is
can
the
communicate
spell description?
telepathically. Okay, give me a second. Let me put this in what I'm trying to do. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm essentially says you a magically fish creature you see within dread can hear you and understand you.
But you can hear you and understand. If you can say it and then also say it telepathically.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
Like,
I'm putting this
even
under my
if-
mouth, and
yeah,
I'm gonna say,
that's fine.
Samuel, go back to your mat. Go back to We have to be
Faustino.
go back to Faustino now.
Okay.
Essentially, because
Like run, like get out of here. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
This is concentration based.
I mean, like, Ari doesn't want to kill Samuel or Sabu.
That's why he's saying, "Go, get out of here." Like
She doesn't. No, but she doesn't want to. She
I know.
doesn't want to kill.
Right, but
Right,
that's
but they
the
might
issue.
want to kill
Start.
us.
Yes.
They're, like that's the issue.
So this is superseding their
Samuel
will.
would really kill me.
Yeah.
It's like the issue is not like, oh, they're gonna murder you now. It's basically like, all right, I guess we're getting the beans, right? Like that's probably what's gonna happen. They're probably gonna try to
Finish
get the, beans
the job.
Finish the job. Do their job.
Yeah, I don't think this is too out of the question to say he would do this if this spell worked, would it? Say go back to Faustino?
No. Yeah.
It just can't harm itself. My last warlock.
So wisdom save.
Wisdom save against an 18.
Why don't you just tell him don't take the beans?
Because frick, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he succeeded. Yeah. So you say that, is that your action then?
Yeah, unfortunately. So I'm probably gonna take my cunning action to move because I'm still hurt.
Yeah.
I wish I could dodge with my weight with my cunning action, but I can't. I might move and hide.
Okay.
I'll move.
It's like, well, this isn't gonna end well. Bye.
I need to get out of sight just so I can I just can't get hit right now. Do I need to take stealth or something like that for that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm pretty good at hiding.
Cool. All right, it's Samuel's turn.
He did not listen to me.
He did not listen to you.
Wait. I don't think I have a bonus act. Oh, wait, no, I already did a spell anyway. I don't think one of my cantrips are bonus actions. Wait, let me just check real quick. I think of something else.
I don't think there's any cantrips that are bonus.
Never mind. I'm thinking of something else. Yeah. I'm done.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, he knows he can't take you in a hand-to-hand fight, so he's gonna be a coward and shoot you from a distance. Ari.
What a coward.
Yep. Let's see. I think he's gonna try this next one at -5 to possibly get +10 damage.
-5.
So 19.
Yeah, he hits.
Okay. So +10, so 22 damage.
Okay, I'm gonna use my reaction to parry and reduce that die. With a melee attack. Never mind.
That's what I figured.
Yeah,
Block an arrow out of the air.
Yeah, really. Okay.
I think he's gonna do the same thing with his second attack. He's gonna do the -5.
Okay. Nope.
No, I assume that doesn't hit no matter what. Okay. Yeah, that's his. I think that's his turn. I don't think he really has anything else going on here. Clement is very dead. Raya, what do you do?
I would like to just stand here, cast. Or no, I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to stand there and cry and look at them.
Okay, do you want that to accomplish anything? Like you making a roll, like a persuasion roll or something?
I don't know. I mean, that's all I'm doing. I mean, like I'm clearly making no move to cast anything, attack them, or anything. I'm just standing right there and crying.
Yeah, just make a charisma check, just a base charisma check.
Okay.
Okay. Darius?
Darius walks over in front of Ari and Raya and puts his arms up and just looks at both of them with like a kind of a sad face and just shakes his head no. Kind of like conveying, hey, just leave.
We don't need this right
Gosh.
now.
As a persuasion check?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Carly said in chat, Raya making the real power moves here.
Right.
I just realized Samuel rolled really well on that wisdom save. He nearly critted.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I just realized something. I think, okay, for inspiration, something this Darius and other Toity did. Because I think that, like, yes, Raya tried to teach Darius how to read. I think Toity tried to teach Darius how to play music.
Oh,
of course,
I would have too. Dang
Yeah.
it, Jordan. Make me this Toity.
Does it count?
Yeah, of course.
Cool. Okay, so persuasion. Let's hope.
Ooh,
Okay,
23.
That is 22 was the exact DC I said in my head. So yeah. So you do that, and Samuel lowers his bow, and Cebu is like getting ready to do something, but then he sees that like Clement is just dead and dying on the ground. And I think Cebu just yells, "How dare you!" How dare you?
No. And like Ari like looks at Samuel and like she's like crying and she says, "How dare you? You."
Yeah,
This is
expletive here.
exactly why. No expletive.
Okay.
She's just like, just trying to get out the words. She's just like,
Yeah.
And she like, you know, like takes out like the arrow out of her shoulder.
Yeah.
You know, just like make a point. It's like, this just proves my point that you never put me first, Samuel. I always put you first.
I don't think I believe that, Ari.
You never. This proves it. And then for dramatic effect, that's when she pulls it out.
Yeah. Cebu looks at you, Raya, and says, "Heal him. Bring him back."
We really gonna crawl
You
over
just
this
cold
man?
Stonewall him?
I just kind of like look at Cebu and I just kind of go, so you'd rather get paid than save the universe?
We were going to help you, Raya.
We're going to. So clearly not even okay. And I just kind of like,
Yes, I don't think we're going to travel with you anymore after you've killed our friend.
friend? Now you're calling him a friend after all this time. Okay. Just because he's dead, we're going to talk better of him. Got it.
My God.
Isn't that what you do to the dead, Raya?
No.
Remember them fondly? Isn't that what you did with him?
Yeah, I remembered him fondly because we had fond times together.
Clement was not an evil man.
Just a man who did evil things.
Just a man who danced on the edge of evil.
And isn't that what you are all doing? I'm sorry.
I just imagine like Tepin peeks his head up like, we're not fighting anymore.
Yeah.
He sits out through the windows like, what the heck is happening?
I'm sorry, but I forgot the part where we weren't here about to conquer an entire basin full of other tribes for our respective, lords or whatever. I don't know what else.
Yeah, don't you get it? Don't you get it? We're past that now. We are so bleeping past that now. This isn't about conquering this peninsula. This is about saving the universe. And that man put that in danger. Don't you get it? Yes, you're right. That's why we came, but that's not why we're here now. But you can't see past that.
Honestly, look, at this point, Ari, I vote you just give it to him. There's no reason not to. Look, hey, we're not really giving them anything. Immortality in a universe, it's going to end very shortly. So I don't really see a difference now. And Rai just kind of like walks away, like defeated.
Yeah.
Dang.
Cebu like looks at you, like watches you as you leave, and then his eyes kind of widen. He kind of realizes something, and then just like looks down. And I think Samuel like puts away his bow, like dusts himself off, and he says, "Keep the bleeping things. We don't even want them." He doesn't say the last part. He just says, "Keep the bleeping things," and then he just starts to like walk away too.
Good. Walk away like you always have, Samuel. Walk away.
Sass master.
You know, I'm glad things didn't go further with us, Ari. I won't feel as bad when I have to kill you before this is all over.
I walk over and I slap him, Ari. Because I am like over all this, and I'm like, watched her go through all this stuff with Mickey, and I don't have it in me to slap Cebu, but I have it in me to slap Samuel for somebody else.
Yeah, and he looks at you and he just like holds his cheek and he looks at you. You know what?
Chicken butt.
I think I probably deserved that.
And then both of them simultaneously.
And then he just like he like spits out. He just spits on the ground and then just walks away.
I have a quick question. What the heck has Ix been doing during all of this?
So that yeah, I thought about that too, and I think Ix and Zaman must have something else going on right now, and I think I know what it is, but they're not a part of it.
Okay, I just realized like we have a friggin' void dragon that's just been like watching this soap opera fall
Good job,
down.
guys. Yeah.
Guys, it's just like
Humans are very fascinating.
We look over, they have popcorn.
Guys, it's like it's like you just cut to a side scene of like Ix telling Zaman, all right, like you see Zaman like trying to do push-ups and like Ix is trying to get him back in shape. Come on,
you could do
one
this,
more,
man.
just one more push-up.
So yeah, I mean Cebu is still there, and I think he's like, he seems horrified by what just happened. He like is realizing a bunch of things, and he looks at you, and like a tear falls down his cheek. Raya, he looks at you, Raya, and he says, "I'm sorry. Please forget I ever existed. Just remember him instead. It's obviously he was the better man." And then he walks away with Samuel.
I think much time trying to find them.
I think Samuel throws Clement's body over his shoulder.
But I wanted to loot the body. No.
I mean, are you gonna forbid him from taking the guy's body?
I was so excited he was.
I mean, honestly, yeah, I would, because I don't want this guy coming back to life.
So he goes. So Cebu has walked off at this point, but Samuel goes over to the body and is like about to like pick it up. What do you do? What do you say?
Put up the beans.
I guess so.
The Teppan's like,
yeah. So you put it up, and like he's just at the edge of it, right? And he looks at you, and he just mouths, "Wow, really mature," and then he just walks away. Yep. They leave.
Okay, so to review, Darius is to blame for all of this.
No.
What'd you say, Jordan?
To review, Darius is to blame for
How is he to blame for all of this?
Well, let's trace our steps back, shall we? Let's talk about the time that he brought Sabu back.
Oh, right.
That's fair.
And let's not forget about the fact that he could have been the god of death right now and not Miggy. And Hoity wouldn't have had to die.
We spent
Okay.
all that time
Okay. I'm just
trying
trying
to
figure
find
out if
them.
there's something.
And actually, wait. Well, there's one more thing that Jordan's responsible for.
I mean,
Jordan was gone, and so we did a side session, and that's where Clement exists.
Yep, you're
Well,
right.
wait, I'm trying to
all
figure
Jordan's
out
fault.
if Raya would like have them leave and then be desperate enough to like go back and beg.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know how there's any other like there's nothing.
That's the thing. You guys have just systematically, continually destroyed all alliances you've ever had. And
Yeah,
Like-
that's,
X.
yeah, except
Give
for
a
that. I guess,
dragon.
but that's been up in the air a couple times. So
Like
But it's like, what were we supposed to do? Just let this evil dude continue to roam the earth with the immortality?
I find it very interesting. Very interesting. The more and more you guys see yourselves as heroes. It's so fascinating to me because y'all aren't. It's so
Toity was a
fascinating.
noble soul.
Oh, yes, Toity was. But he's
In
dead
this
now.
situation, like other ones, I totally see it. But in this one, no. I'm sorry. We
Right,
are
like I get it, but like knowing who your characters are and how they've like changed, like we're at that stage of transition where, you know, it's like the line from one of my favorite books, Oathbringer. You know, sometimes a hypocrite is just a man who's trying to change.
well, and that's
right?
the
Like,
point
I
that
think
Ari
that's what
was
I'm
trying
seeing
to
right now,
make
right?
was that we're way freaking past like
Yeah,
this whole expedition. Like
yeah.
that no
but
longer
the issue
matters.
is right. But the
anymore.
issue is you are all way too still. You're still too close to it, right? Like you're at that point of transition where you're trying to be good, but everyone around you can pretty much see that you're being hypocrites when you try to be good, right? And you haven't reached that point of like, oh, we're actually good people now.
Just because I
Darius
killed
would
one
be if he
evil
could-
dude.
I just think it's fascinating. It's fascinating
Darius
to see
would
this
be
character
fine if
study.
he could freaking atone, okay?
There's a reason that Teppan tried to get them to leave. It's like, this is going south. Let's
I
just get them
think-
to leave and just.
I think once Raya has like a minute to think about it, I think she like has to run after them.
I think Teppan's already looting the body.
Like I think Raya just like is just like on the ground, just like what there's nothing to be done at this point. And then it's just like I have to get them back. I don't see a way that this is even possible if we can't keep two people who were theoretically in love with us like here. Like,
Exactly.
Were they
I think-
really
yeah,
in love with
Raya,
us though?
Raya comes face to face
have
with
no
the
chance.
problem of the entire time, right? Like that you keep driving people away from you.
like I feel like at that point she's just like I have to run after.
Yes.
So
yes,
Raya, like,
yes.
Gets up and goes because it's like she's been tasked with this, and there was no way before, and now we just lost three people, and
Yeah.
there's really no way now. Like she has to go.
Yeah. Also, the sailors who were with you, they're going with Clement and Samuel, right? Like, and
Yeah, so, like,
like your plan doesn't even work anymore.
Yeah, I
without
just
them.
like start running after them
Okay.
without saying anything.
Wait, could I have potentially looted the body before she runs after
There's
them?
nothing on him.
Really?
He just has a robe. Yep. That's it.
Then I'd probably go with Raya. Because
I
my
mean,
job is.
Like, literally, he doesn't have any magical trinkets or anything.
That's so
Yeah.
weird.
He's a warlock, though. He doesn't.
I
really
know.
peddle
I
those.
just wanted him to have toys.
Yeah, he doesn't. Like he literally, I don't have anything for him on his character sheet at all.
Darius goes and sits down next to Ari.
Well, okay. Because I'm sorry. I am going with Raya because my job is
Yeah.
to protect her. And the way I see it, she's going after people that want to kill us.
Yeah.
So I'm
And
like,
Yep.
Ari won't go after.
oh, I figured.
Yeah, so Darius and Arya stay behind, and Teffin and Raya. And this will be good because Teffin can maybe persuade.
Which
Yeah, that was the other reason I was going.
Yeah, I start running. I don't say anything to anybody, and then I'm guessing Teppan, after he looks at the body, looks up and catches up to me quickly because he's speedy.
Yeah.
Does
I'd like to
Darius
burn
realize
the
that they're
body,
just-
by the way.
Okay, yeah, you just start figuring out how to burn. I mean, you have the ring of fire or
Yeah.
whatever, so yeah, you can just.
I mean, I
Set
could
on
also
fire.
just like light a match, but
Also,
I
if
mean,
you like
getting
chop
a
him,
body to burn.
if you chop
Yeah.
him into
With a match.
pieces, revivify doesn't restore that.
It's so messed up.
I mean, you can literally just use the ring if you wanted to and just.
right.
burn
So
his
I'll just cast
corpse, yeah.
fireball on it.
Yeah. Get enough of a distance away, just fireball it to smithereens. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So you catch up with them.
Well,
They're
how long does it take to catch up with him?
not that long. I mean, they literally just go across the river and they're like talking to the sailors.
But like,
who
okay,
are
is it a
over there.
minute? Is it like 10 seconds?
Sure, a minute. Yeah.
Okay, then I was just like, I would probably like be mind communicating with Raya, like, Raya, what is your like, Raya, what's going on? How would you
Don't say anything.
like, Raya? I'm here for like, Raya, I am here. I am here for you if you need help. So just say like I'm not leaving. I'm
I'm just focused on one goal.
like I'm here to protect you, Raya. I was trying to get your plan so I could say it with better precision.
Yeah.
Nope, Rye would not be into saying a full plan
Uh-huh.
right now.
Yeah.
That's
So
fine.
Raya, you go up to them. They're just talking with the sailors.
And I just like kind of like I imagine like we're coming up behind them and they're like facing away from us and the sailors are facing
Yeah.
towards us.
Sure.
And I kind of like feel like I would give like a crazy enough look and like go away to the sailors that they like kind of like
they back off. Yeah.
startle and like
Yeah,
slowly back
uh-huh.
away
Yeah.
to then make them slowly turn around and see what was
Yes.
going on.
Perfect. Yeah.
And I just like
Cebu doesn't look you in the eyes, but Samuel does.
I just like start crying and like drop on my knees and like try and like look up at Cebu and he's like not looking at me.
Yeah.
And I just kind of go, "You're wrong, Cebu. You're not a bad man. And we need you. And I'm sorry it took me this long to figure it out. And there's nothing I can do to change what Ari's done at this point, but there's also nothing else I can do to do anything if you guys aren't here."
Yeah. Samuel just kind of grunts and then looks away, and Cebu finally kind of like tentatively meets your eyes, and he's like crying too, right? Like he's tears are streaming down his face, and he says, "I don't think this is gonna work, Raya. Any of it."
Why not?
I don't know if we could ever trust each other again. Any of us, after what just happened.
I never didn't trust you, Cebu.
What do you mean?
I've always trusted you. With this, once we've said that we were going to be allies,
So why didn't you do anything when they killed him?
because I trust you, not him.
Well, Raya, he saved my life. Did you know that?
No, because every time I brought him up, you didn't say anything. You tried to avoid the subject as much as possible whenever I asked about him. So how would I know that?
Well, there's a reason for that, Raya. I serve a god of knowledge. And sometimes knowledge is not what I need. You see, Clement found me when I was digging into secrets that I absolutely should not have. I found a book, an ancient book, and I needed to know the secrets it held. and I poured over it, and it poured over me. And it wasn't until Clement, a man I didn't even know, stepped in. He brought me back from the brink of oblivion. That's how I know he can survive it. Because I was just about to give myself to those very things that we fought today in the blackness. I was about to sell my soul to them, and I didn't even realize it, and he stopped me. And that is why I said to Ari what I did. That is why I don't think I could ever trust any of you again, because you don't understand. He was not an evil man.
Why couldn't you have said any of that beforehand, Sabu?
Because I'm a coward. Because I didn't want you to know. Is that good enough for you?
It will be if you come back.
Make that persuasion check.
Please have advantage of some sort, because like this is.
You
a
know
time
me,
for
I
it.
just like going on the fly and trusting the dice.
I mean, that's true.
Why would I come up with further backstory that I don't have,
Well,
that
I was gonna
haven't
say-
had since episode 2?
Well, what was the last line? Because I was saying, could I assist in some way by like saying adding
Yeah,
to
what would you say?
Okay, what was the last line again?
He said, like, because I'm a coward and I didn't want to like let you know. Is that good enough for you? And Raya said, it will be if you come back. Like, I'll accept that. Like, it'll be fine.
What can I add to that?
We need you.
Okay.
And this is me like on my knees, like sobbing, grabbing his
Yeah.
hand, being like,
Yeah.
just come back.
So you come back. You can blame it all on Darius.
Oh. Okay. Here's something. Okay. What do you think of this? Here's what I'm thinking of saying. I don't know if it's the right thing to say. Saying like, would it be? I want to say something that makes sure is persuasion is the problem. Oh. Okay, I know what I was saying. So it's just saying like it would be more cowardly to turn away from the world when it needs you the most, essentially. Along those lines.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right,
the
Ryan, roll that
cowardly
persuasion
move.
with
Yeah, I was saying
advantage.
like, yeah, the cowardly move right now would be to turn away from the world when it needs you most.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's still me rolling it.
Yep.
I'm glad he
Persuasion.
gave me that advantage because I forgot
Persuasion
I'm
with advantage.
also exhausted, so it's just a straight roll
Yeah.
now.
Oh no.
There's a reason I wanted to roll it.
Oh
There's
no.
a reason I wanted to roll it.
Oh, come on!
Oh boy. All right. Here
Hold
we
on.
go.
Could I make a
You can't give
case for
double
something right?
advantage.
Huh?
Can't
Huh?
give double. Can't
What?
give double
You-
I
advantage.
can't give
know.
double
I know.
advantage.
I would just like to point out that in the hopes of Hope at least trying to lower the DC,
Mhm.
that the exhaustion, he should probably notice how hard this is for her and how like draining this is, and like see how much she's like pouring in. Like I feel like that should.
Yeah, but it might come off as more desperate, right? Like,
Which is
I-
true.
yeah. I mean, the dice are going to decide whether or not that's a good thing for him or a bad thing. I don't think it lowers the DC
okay.
necessarily.
Here we go. I'm so scared.
Oh no!
Oh, no. I set the DC at 18. I'm sorry.
Ah!
Then I wouldn't have gotten it with advantage anyway.
Yeah.
I only would have needed to roll a 3.
Yeah, so I think he says, think he says, how does he turn around that line? Because the last thing you said, Tevin, was, it would be the most cowardly thing.
The real cowardly thing would be to turn away from the world when it needs you the most.
Yeah, I think he looks you in the eye, Tevin. He can't look Raya in the eye anymore at this
point.
Well,
I mean, I said it mentally. He can't.
Yeah. Right, but he still looks you in the eye, Tevin. And he says, for Raya's benefit at least, right? Like, I just told you. I'm a coward. And he shrugs off your hand and turns around.
And I am just a puddle on the floor.
Yeah.
Just
and I think Samuel looks at you, Tepin, and he says, and then you have you can understand.
I can understand anything.
Yeah. So he turns to you, Tepin, and he says, "Tell Ari I warned her. I warned her this was who I was. She didn't listen." And then they talk with the sailors again, and then head out.
Okay, well, I was gonna say, like, is since the persuasion check was already made, I can't make my own and try and convince them myself.
No.
Okay.
Because
we have just sucked at these persuasion rolls today.
There's a reason I wanted to roll it.
Well, that's the thing, though, Tepin. Like, I think it had to go down this way because, like, Raya and Ari.
Persuade him to stay?
Yeah, exactly. Raya and Ari are the ones who could have done this, right? Maybe Darius could have, maybe. But Raya and Ari are the ones that they need to reconcile with, right? If anything, so it had to go through them. That's the channel that has to happen.
As emo Raya, as I'm a puddle on the floor, and I would not like to look at them right now. I'd like to cast darkness around me.
Oh no! Okay, yeah.
And then go into my orb.
Darkness, my old friend.
Can you have darkness up while being in the orb?
I think it's just it's not concentration. You just cast it and it lasts for a certain amount of time. So yeah.
Okay.
I would just wait. Darkness is concentration. Just kidding.
It is? Okay, never mind. But you can just go into the orb, so you don't have to pay attention to them either way.
I mean, but now time moves the same amount as.
Oh, well, I'm there.
Right.
Yeah, I just go into my orb.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying, right? Because then she can just be gone, and then when she comes out of the orb, then they'll be gone. Right.
I'll keep watch. I'll keep watch for her. Just stay there. I don't want to move her. I'm not strong enough to do so.
Yeah.
Wow.
My strength is.
What's that supposed to mean?
My strength is +2. I can't carry you back to the camp to where we were.
Wow, I see what you're trying to say.
He's just saying that you have a really heavy mace.
Yes. To be fair, I probably couldn't lift her mace.
I mean, that's.
Yeah, I think we see a moment where Raya, where are you in the orb? Like, what landscape do we see?
There's just like nothing.
Just blackness.
It's actually whiteness.
Okay.
In the orb.
Sure. Yeah.
But it's just like there's nothing.
Yeah, and I think Isaac just like walks over next to you, sits down, and just like, are you like crying? Like,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. He literally he doesn't do anything. He doesn't say anything. He just sits next to you as you cry.
I kind of like take his hand.
Yeah.
And like hold his hand.
Yeah. And at that point, I think he like,
the most pathetic Raya thing ever.
Yeah. At that point, he like comforts you, right? He like brings you into a big hug and like it's okay. It's okay. And I think he literally like says to you like, it's all right, Raya. We're here for you.
And I just like shake my head no into his chest.
Yeah. Cool. Fun.
Cool. So next scene.
So we should jump to Ari and Ari.
Yeah, exactly.
Ari's just like, she's not crying. She's just like shaking her head, like sitting down like next to Darius, and it's just like, even now, he still couldn't put me first. I've done nothing but sacrifice for him. I've loved him blindly all my life. I just wish I would have seen it sooner. I'm sorry that I put so much time and energy into trying to find him. I almost wish he just had died. That way I could have just remembered him fondly instead of like this.
Dang.
If he could reconcile with the dragons and forgive them for everything, he really couldn't just forgive me for this thing.
The dragons were cool, though.
Oh, are you saying she's not?
Yeah, so she's just like verbally like processing like this whole thing.
Yeah.
Darius, did I just ruin everything? I'm sorry. It's not that I want it's not that I want to kill people. I just wanted to protect everybody. I thought I was protecting him and Sabu.
Give me a second to think. This is this is fragile stuff.
This is heavy, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ari, I'm sorry. You've already lost so much. And as difficult all this is, for what we're doing, I'm afraid there's only more pain ahead. More heartbreak. More suffering even. But you know, Ari, what keeps me going? You know what thought has kept me strong this whole time?
What?
It is the hope that someday, when we are done here, you'll be able to live a normal, peaceful life.
I'm done thinking that way, Darius. Only thing that I have to look forward to now is death. Because then at least I'll get to see him one more time. I just want this to be over. So that way then I can at least just die peacefully, knowing that I can see him again.
Why would I want an immortal life when it means that I'd never be able to see him again?
Ari, if you only live to die, then you're not really living. There is more available to us than this. And I don't know why. I have this bitter sense that something dark is to come.
It's
But
already
even-
here.
But even beyond that bitter darkness, I have a sense, a seed of light in the midst of it. I don't know what, I don't know why, I don't know what any of it means. But one thing is for sure. There's one thing I cannot let go of. There is good still worth fighting for. And while on the way, none of us have been exactly forces of good per se, and we've all had our own fair share of mistakes and bad, dark decisions. I don't think that is the end of our story. There's still more to tell. We're not finished yet.
I know. I'm not gonna go anywhere, Darius. Not on purpose.
You better not, because you know I'm going to chase you if you do. Apparently, I'm able to go to any which way in this entire existence or something. So, wherever you go, you better be sure I'm going to be 2 steps behind. But I do have somewhat stubby legs, so please don't run too fast.
Okay,
I mean, the sandals help,
You've got
but
the sandals.
Technically, we have the same movement speed, but
I thank you for that. I just wish Samuel would have said that same thing. But you know what? I can't spend my whole life wishing that he would. So, I have the key to immortal life in my hands. I'm curious, Darius. Is it immortal life in the bodily plane, in the mind plane, or the soul plane? Or all three? Because you know what? I don't want to spend my life just wanting a few seconds. How does a god be with somebody? They can't be with a human. They can only be with another god.
Ari, are you saying you're gonna?
Ari wants to become a god.
Oh my gosh.
My.
Oh my gosh.
I mean,
Oh, boy.
Clement said that I could beat a demigod. So what beats a demigod? A god.
I mean, that is technically true.
I think Darius says, you know, it's a good question, but for now, What use is a key if you don't know what door it opens?
Let's figure that out then.
Darius nods his head. Ari, there are some things that are better left unseen and unknown. Be careful with knowledge. Don't be afraid of it, but be careful. Because not everything that can be known should be known.
I'm not afraid, Darius.
I know you're not.
Well, we just chased off more of our allies.
We really have to work on that.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, we suck.
Yeah. I think I realized that after well, remember when we were at that tower and we Oatly's
Hey.
son?
To be fair, some of our allies have been killed by Caleb.
And Arya just is like, gosh,
2 of them?
that was so long ago. Back when we were just here to colonize.
Well,
What we've gotten ourselves into now.
you know, I really hate the taste of crab. At least the ones here. Too bitter.
At the end of that conversation?
Yeah, I don't have
It's probably-
anything else
yeah,
to say.
I think it's probably just small
It's a fun
talk.
note to end on.
How long is Riot? How long are you in your orb?
Quite a fair amount of time of me like just sitting there crying and being held by Isaac, and then I kind of like stop crying and I'm still just like laying like sitting there.
My main question, my main reason I was asking is would it be long enough that they would have started looking for us?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm not probably moving because I can't pick you up. So, I mean, I could try, but it wouldn't go over very well.
I mean, I would assume all we do is we just go and we just then gather around Raya.
Yeah.
Ix and
I mean,
Zaman, whatever they're off doing, join us?
Mhm.
Question mark.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, probably, right? Like that probably happens before Raya comes back. So, I think what happens, right, is Ix comes back with Zaman, and I think he says something happened, didn't it?
Did the burning corpse give it away?
Yeah, he looks, he sees Clement's charred corpse.
Ari just says, like, it was better we got rid of Clement, and Sabu and Samuel did not agree. So they left.
And then we chased after them and ate their bodies.
That didn't happen.
I just wanted to see if I could get any strange facial expressions from anybody. I got one.
I think what happens, right, is Ix just looks down at Zaman and it says, there was something going on with him. I was able to help him fix something that was broken. And then Zaman, like,
Can you fix a broken heart?
he looks at you, Darius, and he says, I feel like I came out of a daze.
Zaman says that?
Yeah, something happened to my mind. But,
Darius is like, yeah, we kind of noticed.
but I think I'm okay now.
I just wrote in my notes. Ix comes back, says he fixed Zamon's brain.
Yes,
I mean-
that's yep.
That's the short of it.
And I think Ix basically says, no, I guess Zaman is the one who says this. He says, what's wrong with Raya?
Are they back where we
Yeah.
are now?
She's
Okay.
in the orb.
I'd explain the situation of everything that happened, like the conversation, how she went in the orb, and I'm just kind of been sitting here. Probably I'm like sitting next to her. I kind of like my arm on her shoulder, just sitting there. I don't know if she can like feel that at all, but I'm like, I'm gonna be here because I kind of understand what's going on right now.
Yeah. So I think Zaman like leans down and like puts a hand on Raya, just to, like almost as like someone would do like to a sleeping child, right? Just like, and he says, she has the weight of the world on her shoulders. I saw it.
We should do
before,
the best to carry it with her.
No, this is more. She's broken. This is what I saw, Tepin. I didn't know. But I'm a seer. I see the future. This is where Raya's story ends. This is where I didn't see a point past it. I told her this would happen. Something horrible. It wasn't caused by the eye, but the butterfly effect, you know.
What's that? That concept hasn't been invented yet.
You step on a butterfly, you can change anything. Maybe that butterfly was supposed to fly somewhere else, tickle someone's nose, make them sneeze at the wrong or the right moments. Well, the eye created just the wrong moments for Raya. I don't know if she's coming back. And he looks back up at you guys and he says, I didn't see anything past this point. I don't know what to do.
What, any of us?
We need Raya.
We
None
do.
of this could be accomplished without her. And he just shrugs, like,
I have an idea. It might be stupid.
What?
I don't know if this will do anything, but I have an idea. It might be stupid. Tepin's gonna kind of look to her, and he's gonna look and see his hand where his ring is his invisible ring is, and he's going to think, because he says like when he says like, so when you say she's not coming back, do you just mean that she's not coming out?
I don't know, Tepin. The last thing I saw, when I traced the thread of all of this, is Raya going into the orb, laying on the ground crying. That is what I saw. That's it.
Okay, he's like, where is the orb? Is it like in her
In her hand.
in her hand?
Yeah.
At this point, I'd probably be like curled in the fetal position around it.
Yeah.
This is stupid. I do not know if this will work, and I do not know if it's a smart idea. But he said we need Raya. And I know what it's like to talk to something inside of a magic item. So I want to try. So at first, I'm gonna talk to Atabai.
Okay, sure.
So
Sure.
like, Atabai,
Yes.
I might need your help here.
Don't you always?
I mean,
I'm
Well.
a strong, independent cat. But
I'm a strong, independent kitty who don't need no god.
I mean,
Cats usually think they are the gods, so
it's true. I am able to talk to you through this ring. Do you think you could
Indeed.
help me talk to someone inside a different item?
I certainly could.
Okay, so I'm gonna put my hand
Beth,
on.
what are you doing?
I don't know.
No, she's fine. Just let her go into the
This
orb
is
and
a-
come out.
But here's
I'm
the
just gonna
thing.
say this right now, Seth. This is a horrible idea.
Okay, you think so? Well, okay.
I mean, I don't know if Tevin would think so, but it is.
Here's the thing. We don't know if she's coming out. He's literally said that.
No, like Ari was literally just gonna say, like, just because you can't see past this moment, that doesn't mean Raya's not gonna bounce back.
Okay. Well, then say that because Tepin doesn't know what's going on.
I mean, the problem is if Tepin thinks that's what's like, he's not sharing this idea with anyone, is he?
He doesn't know what's happening.
Right.
Ari's just like, she'll come out of the orb. She'll bounce back. Raya always does.
And he's going to turn to her and say, "Are you certain?"
Yes. I know anything about Raya. It's that she's not going to give up.
And Tepin's going to just kind of
Let her
think
grieve.
about it.
But this is not the end.
What do we do if she doesn't come back?
Do you have an answer for that, or is that a good like place to cut inside the orb again?
Might be a good place.
Just as like Ari is like, I don't know, right? Like,
I mean, she could just say, like,
yeah.
She's like, if she doesn't come out in a day, I'll cut her off from the orb with the beans.
You can wait. Was Tepin around when that happened?
Yeah.
Yes. No.
Oh.
No. That
No,
was a total.
not yet.
Okay, so he doesn't know about that.
That was in the Feywild.
Okay. Like he says, okay.
No, that was after that was after everything happened.
Oh yeah, that was
after Mickey
of...
became the god of death.
No.
Yes,
no.
because
that happened in season 4.
Oh,
no, remember...
right. The first time it happened. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
But even in season 5 when you did it, Tepin was still not around. Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, so in that case, Tepin will just be like, well, in that case, let's get her to a better area. Sort of like right by the river. So like let's bring her to someplace secluded.
Yeah. So I mean that you say that, and then we cut back inside the orb, and you've cried yourself out of it, and Isaac looks at you and he says, Raya, because he already knows your thoughts, and so he just gives you a look.
And I kind of just go, no, Isaac, I think I'm at peace with this. Finally.
With what? Abandoning everything? Giving up?
Isaac, there's nothing that we can do. The people who say that they love us, we still drive them away. So, look, there's nothing else. The world's going to end as it was always going to. And I'm just not the savior that whoever thought was a good idea to put me in charge of this thing thought I was.
So that's it.
And then
everyone's just going to die.
They were going to die anyway.
You don't know that.
Isaac, if we hadn't gotten the orb and interfered, then it would have gone to the hands of whoever was in charge of the raid of the camp anyway. I don't think they would have been able to stop anything. Really, the only difference was a whole lot of suffering for us. And now the world just can go on as it was going to.
Do you really believe that?
That's what I have to.
You poor thing.
And then when it all ends, I guess we're all just going to be in here together.
You don't understand, Raya.
Or not, either way. It'll be
There's-
over.
No. No, it won't.
I think I'm done, Isaac.
Raya, do you know what
You're
doing?
muted, Caleb.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Sorry, I'm just speaking
Oh,
quietly.
okay.
Raya, do you know what you're doing? You're condemning the entire universe to never-ending torment. This isn't a void we're talking about. This isn't nothingness. This is endless agony. You think your suffering has been... You haven't even begun to suffer.
But I don't
But it doesn't
know
matter
what
to you,
else
does
to
it?
do. Isaac, it does matter. You've watched me do all this stuff. It does matter. But what else am I supposed to do? I just told you we drive away everyone. There's no way that we can get enough people together to beat anything.
You don't know that.
There's no way to just have a worldwide, hi everyone, the world is gonna end. Maybe you should help us fight some stuff. Half of you
I
are
don't know.
probably gonna die in the process anyway, and that's, a very conservative estimate, but you should just trust us.
Raya. This isn't like you. From the moment I joined minds with you, I have known one thing. It is that you do what is necessary, even if it destroys you in the process. You're still here. You're not destroyed. You're not gone. But they will be.
You know who's already gone? The only person who's claimed to love me. And I didn't even know if I loved him. And I think I did. Because I'm this upset now that he walked away.
And then Isaac, frowns to himself. He says, "What?" And he looks, and, suddenly, standing behind you guys is Darius, is, the
Orbeus.
Orbeus.
Yeah. And Orbeus is just standing there, and I'm just going to play Orbeus for just a second here because
That's
I
fine.
have something in mind. And he looks at you, Raya, and he says, "Raya, funny, but there's someone here for you." And do you, turn around? Do you, look and...
Yeah.
And standing there is Cebu. Your Cebu. The one you remember.
Can I make an insight check?
Yeah,
To
to see if
see
this
if-
is an illusion or what.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, this is real.
Oh no.
And Isaac, his eyes widen, and he says, "Darius, what?"
I've been busy.
No, so Orbeus didn't do it. Orbeus didn't do anything exactly.
Oh,
I start walking over.
Actually, no. I think he did. Okay, I think I know how this happened. I thought it was just an accident before, but I think maybe it was purposeful. So I think Orbeus says that. Yeah. Go ahead, Emily.
I just start walking over and touching his face.
Yeah, he
Face
just
touch.
smiles at you, and he says, "I didn't." So this is where it all ended up. Everything you did. Why I had to.
I'm sorry I failed you.
No,
I failed everyone.
no, Raya, you didn't. You didn't.
There's nothing that we can do at this point.
What do you mean?
Everyone. We drive away everyone.
Raya, do you remember when we were playing together as children? The one time that we broke my mom's favorite vase in the hallway.
Yeah.
Do you remember the way that she yelled at us, the way that she, well, you weren't even supposed to be there. And you just looked at her and you said, Sabu's mom, I'm very sorry, but Sabu and I were playing, and when you're playing, sometimes things just happen. And I remember the confidence in which you said that. I knew somehow in that moment that throw anything at Raya Olufemi and she'd find some way to make it all make sense. Even if it couldn't. Even if there's no way that it could. Sometimes things just happen, Raya. It's not you. It's not you. You're not broken. Listen. I trusted you before. I went willingly. And Darius, he sent back someone. And that someone is just trying to do the best that he can. But listen, if you need me, I can be here. Darius, he took a cognitive shadow of me, a piece of my mind, just like he is here. When we were in that place, when you were in that place. Raya, I went willingly. And right now my soul is still there. It is the most horrible thing you could possibly imagine. Death is the enemy. Death is wrong. And Raya, you can stop it. You can stop it.
How? How are we going to find these people?
I think you start at the beginning. Navarro's still out there. You were going to him anyway, right?
Yeah.
Start from the beginning. Take it one step at a time. You can do this. Do you hear me, Raya Olufemi?
Yeah, I hear you.
Now I want you to go back. I want you to stand tall. And I want you to tell them that you keep moving on. And I'm going to be right here. And if you need me, I will be there.
They just like hug him.
Yeah. Yeah. And he hugs you back. And as you're hugging, he says, I am so proud of you. How much you've struggled. How hard it has been to get to this point. I'm proud of you. I trust you. You can do this.
And I give him like a little bit of an extra squeeze.
Yeah.
And then like disappear from the orb, or I just stay there forever.
Yeah. Yep.
Because if I don't leave now, I'm never going to.
Yep. And I think we just see Isaac, Sabu, and Darius standing there, like in the
Wait,
whiteness, right?
oh dang it! I think as Raya's about to pop out, he's like, "Oh wait, can you hear that?" Well,
And then Isaac looks at you. What?
well, I was going to ask her to let Darius out there know that I'm in here. Because that might be very, very helpful information to that Darius.
He just shrugs and he says, I think you're trying to break player character knowledge.
Also, this conversation couldn't be happening.
Yeah,
Darius would just be talking to nothing.
I know.
Could he technically be saying it to Sabu? Because
that's true. Sabu is the same sort of thing that Darius.
Oh, Darius and Sabu are gonna be orb buddies.
Mm-hmm.
Sabu can keep teaching Darius how to read.
But that's not the right Darius.
You know what? I think that's exactly what happens. The last thing that we see from the orb, right, is Sabu turns to you, Darius, and he says, "You don't know how to read, do you?"
Nope. No, hold on. I'm not crossing player knowledge and character knowledge.
I know. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Because there are specific things that.
Yeah. I know. But yeah, I think he says, I have some time.
I do as well.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, so you come out of the orb?
Yeah, and I just kind of stand up and look around.
Are we back at the village area by now? Probably.
Yep.
Okay.
And I just kind of say, we keep moving. I am very tired, so we're going to sleep tonight, and then tomorrow morning we keep moving.
Good to me.
And that's all I say, and I just go to sleep.
Yeah. Zaman is just so what? He's confused. He's and he looks at you, Ari, what is...
Told you. Told you she wouldn't give up.
Yeah, I think he smiles a little bit and he says, maybe there was another butterfly that I didn't quite expect. And then he...
Okay. I would like to do one thing before we go.
Yeah, do it.
Okay. Darius pulls out his mason's tools and begins working on a new thing.
Mm-hmm. What is it?
A flute.
A stone flute? Is that a thing? Can people do that?
He's gonna try to make it a thing. Yeah.
Do you want it to be played? Be able to be played?
Yeah, it doesn't have to be great. It's just something rudimentary. Because Darius, like I said, learned a little bit of music from the other Toity.
I mean, it looks like they can exist, just not very complex.
Yeah, they don't sound good, but
I mean, that's not the. Yeah,
I have a flute if you want one.
But Darius doesn't know that, does he?
Yeah, I played it first session.
Yeah. No, but this Darius does. This Darius know.
I mean, it's likely that Ari just had a flute in the other one too. Yeah,
right.
There's no real reason.
Throwing it out of her pack at one point, trying to find something,
Oh, okay. So yeah, that's probably what. I think Darius turns to Ari and says, "Ari, why do you never play that?"
Because Samuel gave it to me.
Oof. Oh boy. Darius, we just see Darius like do the like anime eyes, and then he's just like, all right, well, I'm gonna go over here.
That was new information that I just made up. Can I get inspiration?
Sure, yeah, charge it.
That's pretty fair.
It's pretty pointed. It makes a lot of sense.
I think Darius very carefully asks, how do you feel about that now?
Like I could chuck it into the ocean.
So you're not particularly attached to it.
Do you want it?
And he shrugs and holds out a hand.
Take it and just give it to him.
Darius takes it and tries to play a very rudimentary row your boat.
I knew it.
Oh.
Okay, I mean, make a performance check. Nice job. It wasn't too bad.
Bad.
Have my flute with me. Guess what I'm going to be learning tomorrow.
Yeah.
That's right. I got you that one flute.
Are you just like
Ocarina.
playing it just to play it?
Well, I also have a flute that I got from Ireland.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
But yeah, Darius is just basically just playing it to play it.
Okay. So real quick.
I just wish I knew what else to do for a tone.
Right, that's what I'm looking towards. Well, so you need to get, you have the silver powder, right?
When did I get it? Oh yeah, from the
Yeah.
guy from.
Yeah, so you can cast a spell if you want to.
Can I just
You just-
try?
Yeah, you could just you're playing the flute and you just try, right? You do the ceremony
Oh, okay.
by yourself. Yeah.
You're gonna tone with row your boat.
I think it's
mean,
fitting actually.
weird
It
things have
totally
happened.
is.
Okay, but I would have to wait for the next day because I don't have it prepared.
Okay. Yeah. So you're starting to prepare yourself. I think I want you to make a roll. I think I want you to. Well, I mean, you did a performance roll actually.
I
Yeah,
did.
Yeah, we'll count that towards you're learning to like. You're remembering Toity. Really, that's what that was, right?
Yeah. Yeah, remembering my Toity
Yeah.
and the other Toity, really.
You didn't know the. Well, you kind of knew the other toy.
Yeah, they'd met.
Yeah, he knew both of them. Yep. Cool. Yeah. So I guess you guys sleep, rest, you heal up.
Yay!
I don't have any more exhaustion.
Mm-hmm.
I have an armor class of 19 now.
I was about to say I level up.
I'm the same.
I'm Carl.
Carl.
Man,
and then
Carl
let's-
would be the first to get coronavirus, guys. Let's just be honest.
I went ahead and licked 207 toilet seats.
I've got my spells all lined up.
That gives people coronavirus.
Coronavirus challenge.
Oh my
Exactly.
Coronavirus.
Are we gonna keep going, or I thought that was maybe a good stopping?
I
don't know.
mean, yeah, I just want to like offer anyone to do any wrap up stuff, right? Like,
I don't know. I was planning on like doing something to like talk with Raya about, but like now it's like she seems fine, so I'm not sure. It's
yeah.
like it seems like a little irrelevant now.
The only thing I want to do is I would like to like inspect the beans and the mace and like see if I can try to figure out how I like cleanse them.
Oh yeah, you can make a roll towards that. I mean, that's how are you going about it exactly?
Great
Giving
question.
some info. Yeah.
You could ask. You could ask for a landline.
Yeah, I mean, I could like maybe talk to Ix. I don't know, see like, you know, if you were the only good thing and now your goodness has like influenced this, like,
Yeah.
how
yeah.
did we do that? Do you have any insight into that?
I'll give you advantage because Ix is helping you think about it.
Okay. What am I?
Arcana.
Insight on myself or Arcana? Like what am I?
Yeah.
Arcana, na 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 na
Mm-hmm.
na na.
Arcana.
A 20.
A 20. That's not bad. So I'll give you a piece of this.
Okay.
I think what you've kind of figured out is, it definitely had to do with the bond that you and Ix had. I think you figure out that it has to deal with basically like, so Ix can't do it on himself or like by himself, and the reason he can't is because of the body soul mind trio thing going on. Basically all three of those need to be working together to accomplish this, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that you, as a person primarily tied to the physical realm, right, to life energy, worked together with his soul energy to basically like combat the weird soul energy inside of there. And mainly what you figure out, like in terms of like how it helps you like figure out more to do, is so something happened with you and Ix, right? And we know this as you're gonna get sorcery and stuff like that. But basically, the more you can get. Okay, basically, yeah.
Because it was like my act of like kindness by like curing him. That's what like bonded us.
I think the real thing is the dragon. Okay, it's the bond itself is what is making this possible. It's the fact that you're bonded directly to a good soul entity thing, right? And so the way to reverse these things, right, is to, I mean, you could do it yourself, but that's like individually and one at a time would take forever. But if you could somehow either get more dragons, which, I mean, you don't even know if there are any, but also Ix was born and raised here, so that is a thing to consider. It's possible that the Seven Serpents have other void dragons that they might have kept for themselves because She of the Jades, or not She of the Jades, or Arendira, their people certainly had one. That would be one thing to do, and then, but primarily, right, recruit other people and have them get dragon magic.
I have to recruit a bunch of sorcerers.
Basically, you need to start a sorcery cabal. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, what?
Yeah.
What?
And so you don't know the particular ritual.
Hey, come and join the sorcerer. Hey, come and join the sorcerer club. Hey. I have barely any idea what magic is, but you should join too.
Alyssa, it's a sorcerer's guild.
What?
So like the main thing, you don't know the like particular like ritual to like actually like individually do it. It was kind of happened on accident, but you do know that it happened because of the dragon magic that was bestowed upon you by like the sorcery. So sorcery is like the key, the wildness, and I think this is really where it comes to for all of this stuff, right? It has to do with like the wildness of sorcery as a thing. That is the particular key here. It's the intuitive understanding of magic that is key. You can't learn this. You basically just have to find. It's not recruiting people. It's finding people who are already like, right, already in tune with this.
Hey, Raya, you want to also become a sorcerer?
Toity was a sorcerer when he died.
I mean,
he bonded to evil.
If you let her know how it could help her gain more power to help, she would not necessarily be opposed to it.
Yeah, you were just talking about how you can't really multi-class because it doesn't really make any sense. But wait a second. Maybe it does.
I'm like, hey, Raya, you should bond with a dragon too. We'll all just bond with dragons.
Yeah, I mean, so Ari, basically what you'll have to do is go even further than making friends with one dragon. You have to go find any remaining dragons that are still alive and get a bunch of other people to be friends with them.
So what you're saying is we
Basically,
are
essentially what I'm doing is I'm recreating my village.
Yes. Yep. Absolutely that's exactly what you're
and you
doing.
could call this a dragon quest.
I'm basically recreating the Armani clan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad you like that, Jordan.
I did
Awesome.
very much.
Well, one of the Armanis is already gone, so that sucks.
You don't need him.
I bet
Whoops.
Samuel would have been totally fine with joining the Dragon Clan.
You know what? We don't need him.
Yeah, but he's a butthead.
Yeah, that's
Wait,
true,
don't
he is.
need him.
I don't need him. I'm a strong, independent woman who's going to try
He
to get a
just needs
different man.
dragon.
Yeah. Ugh,
Darius,
man,
did you
this
want to atone?
whole thing.
Huh?
Did you want to try to atone, Darius?
Is it the next day?
Mhm.
Oh. Well then, yeah.
What does this look like?
Well, I already buried Toidy's thing.
The
Let me-
flute, you mean? Or
Yeah.
the-
Wait, no, you
Or
wouldn't have been able
the-
to take his stuff.
You just talking about the figurine, the flute?
The figurine. I buried the figurine.
Mhm. Yeah,
Um,
I think there's before you make this roll for the actual spell, there should be probably one more like ritual thing you do to like kind of prepare yourself, right?
Yeah. I'm just trying to think.
Yeah, we can come up with that together.
Do we want to wait then, or do we just want to try to come up with that
No,
now?
I think we should do it now.
Well, let me see.
So you buried the figurine, you played the song. I mean, really, I mean, the reason that Darius has to atone is because he feels guilty and responsible for everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you feel like this is all your fault somehow. And really, like atoning has to be you coming to terms with the fact that you're not.
Well, is it coming to terms with the fact that I'm not, or moving beyond what I've done?
I mean, yeah, like I think it's both, right? Realizing there's a lot of stuff that you just happened and is not your fault, and even the things that were your fault, you can
Owning up to them and
own up to them, right? And just move forward instead of letting them control you. So I think what happens is Miggy pipes in through the ring, right? And he says,
yeah.
And where's Darius right now? He's like having some sort of contemplative moment.
Yeah, I think actually Darius walked out, like walked on the river and like walked out a ways away from everybody and like found like a solitary stone where he could sit and do this.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think he says, Miggy says, Darius?
Miguel,
It's good to talk to you.
you as well.
I'm sorry about... Well, it doesn't seem like you have been having a good time here. No one has.
It's nothing new. I've learned to live with it at this point. I just try to do whatever I can, move forward, and keep everyone else moving forward with me.
Now, see, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. You've been struggling with something, haven't you?
Cebu wouldn't be here if I hadn't pushed him back. You wouldn't be where you're at now if I hadn't pushed him back. You and Ari could have had a future together. I could have taken the shoes that you had to fill, that you now have to fill. Toity would still be alive. You know, the one thing that has haunted me ever since I was young, ever since that day, the one thing that has haunted me was the fact that I could have stopped Calvitas all along. I could have ended my own life and stopped him. But I was a coward. And instead of controlling him, for a time I let him control me. I let him teach me. My whole life I've let someone or something else dictate what I'm doing. This expedition was not me. But I came to protect her. And even though I was here to protect her, the whole mission, it was all Faustino. Faustino, is that right?
Navarro, you mean?
Navarro. Well, who is over Navarro? Oh no! I was thinking Miggy and Navarro. Yeah, it was all Navarro. And now of all things, I let fate dictate my life.
Are you done whining yet?
Ouch.
I mean, I do have one more complaint.
Okay, go ahead.
I really did want to learn to read.
Darius, you can't have it both ways. You say that you're responsible for all of this, and then you say that you let fate dictate your fate. You let fate dictate what you do. Which is it? Are you taking responsibility? Or are you bowing to the whims of blind chance?
I think it's
Darius,
about time I'm... Go for it.
I was going to say, Darius, I've learned a few things since becoming a god. One of them is that we can't change the past. If there's one thing that is fluid, or if there's one thing that is immutable in all of this, it's time. There is someone, guiding every moment of all of this. And you... Well, let's just say blind chance doesn't even play into it. Fate hasn't decided for you. And it won't decide for your future. Ultimately, you don't know the future. But I can tell you that there was meaning to your past. There was purpose to it. It wasn't pointless. Every decision you made, every decision someone else made, they led you here. Where is here? Where are you right now, Darius?
A rock in the middle of the stream.
No, I meant in a more metaphysical sense.
Oh.
Does Darius know what that means?
He better at this point.
I mean...
His entire life revolves around metaphysics.
I mean, it's true. Darius, the metaphysicist. I'm imagining Darius in like a lab coat with the
No, I like that better. Lab cloak. That's yes.
lab
that's
cloak.
That's what the scientists of D&D wear. Lab cloaks.
Yes.
just a sterilized white cape.
Yeah.
With pockets
and black buttons.
Yep. Just on the back though.
Okay. So he asked where I am now. Do I know where I am
metaphysically
now?
speaking. Mm-hmm. Where has everything led you? Where have you led yourself?
I have what it takes to put an end to this. We have what it takes.
Exactly. In the end, Darius, that is all that matters. You have been given a chance. We've all been given a chance to change something. Something huge. I can't see the future, not completely, but I do know one thing. There will be an end to it. History has an end, Darius. And at the end, one of two things will be decided. Does death win? That's the question. Does death get the last word? Or do we beat it? Take everything that you knew, take everything that you did, throw it in fire. Let it be refined into something, strips away the dross. And what's left is pure purpose, pure meaning. You take that purpose and you use it to kill a god, to kill a race of gods. You do that for me, Darius. And I'll be with you every step of the way, giving you power, giving you strength, lightening your step, if I can. It's just the four of us now. 5 if you include Ix, I guess. You, me, Willow, Raya, Ix. All that's left of a dynasty that used to keep death at bay. Now it's hounding at our heels. Well, it's time to show death that it's a dog, and it will be put down like a dog. Do you hear me, Darius?
Loud and clear. Do you remember?
Good.
Do you remember the time when you pulled me into your office back in Europe? But Europe, right? Or Spain. Back in Spain.
Mm-hmm.
You told me to sit down. And I am assuming Miggy plays chess, right?
Sure.
Yeah. So you told me to sit down and play chess with you. I had no idea what I was doing.
Yes, I know. It was a lot of fun.
Well, and after a few times, I give up.
Yeah, I figured that out when you just kept moving the same piece back and forth over and over again.
They all had so many ways to go, and they could only go instead. It was so annoying. I don't like being bound to a grid.
You would hate being a god then.
Fair. In any case, that was the old me. The me that would give up after a few times of something that seemed so frivolous. I didn't even know I knew that word. But now, I play to win till I win it. And Darius cracks his neck and like stands up.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go kill a race of gods.
First things first. Take this. And then you just suddenly like feel a light with like magical energy, and now like the atonement is starting, right? Like basically he just cast the spell for you, sort of a thing.
So do I even take a spell slot for that?
No, you don't have to. I mean, it's not
I mean-
gonna matter that much, but
Okay, well,
there you go.
Okay.
That's my freebie to you for one free spell slot.
cool. Do I get inspiration from?
Yeah.
Okay,
Mickey
cool.
does too, but he can't use it.
Cool. All right.
Yeah. So you need to make a wisdom save, and you
Wisdom
need to get a
save?
critical.
So let's take a look.
That's gonna be tricky.
Yep.
It's like all that for nothing, possibly.
Okay.
He has
You
advantage,
touch
so-
one willing creature whose alignment has changed, and you make a DC 20 Wisdom Insight check. On a successful check, you restore the target to its original atonement. So I just have to make
alignment. You mean?
it, yeah, original alignment.
Wait,
What did I
so
say?
does he roll it or does Miggy roll it?
He's gonna roll it. Mickey's just kind of like giving him the push. So I mean, you have a 1 in insight. So
So you could roll a
it's-
19 or a critical, basically.
Yeah. There's and
One
if
out
with
of
advantage
10.
that means that that's with advantage that's even more probable. Not as probable as it could be, but
So I basically just slap my chest plate. Is
Yeah.
that all right? Well, here goes nothing.
Dang it!
all right, we got a 16. I think what happens is like you get powered up, right? And then like it just fades. And you don't feel any different. And
Darius
then-
just goes. We'll try it again tomorrow.
and every day till it works.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing, right? You just gotta you've gotten into the right headspace now. You just have to keep
Yeah.
like
Okay. Now I'd like to make a perception check. Actually, no. What would be like for Darius to notice his surroundings?
Perception.
Perception.
What are you trying to notice?
Well, I'm just curious, like if Darius happens to know the fact that Ari's spying on him.
Am I? I don't think I said that I was, but
Jordan
if you
rolled,
want me to.
Jordan rolled a personal insight check.
I mean, I don't know if Ari would go and spy on Darius.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean,
Okay.
I'm trying to think if she would.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, but I don't even know if she'd know what you're doing.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I figured Darius would have just snuck off. I was just seeing.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I don't think Ari
Mhm.
would. I mean, unless you gave her a reason to like go spy on you.
I mean, well, there was a kind of a huge flash of light.
yeah, I mean, you're kind of like over by yourself. Yeah, it
Okay.
doesn't sound like
Okay.
Big flash of light. When?
when he gets
Oh,
powered up.
Yeah.
Sure.
Unlimited power.
Well, partially limited power in
Yeah.
this case. Okay.
I mean, do you want me to catch on to the fact that you're talking to Miggy and that I wouldn't be cool with that? I don't know. Like,
Look, all I know is that I saw that 20 Arcana, and I'm like, she's spying on me, and she's gonna be like, oh snap, he's talking to Miggy.
that
Oh,
was
did
for
you roll
something
an Arcana?
totally. That was something
Oh, that was from
totally
before.
different, though.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll find out eventually, I'm sure.
I'm sure I will, and I'll be really mad at you. But
Cool.
I mean, this is
anyone
why
else have anything?
Darius said the whole thing about knowledge is not good for people all the time.
As Sabu knows. Yeah. Any other last minute things? Things to wrap up.
I don't know. The one thing I really wanted to do is like, the one thing I really wanted to do isn't relevant anymore since.
Yeah.
Since.
Oh.
Right. It doesn't really need
Actually.
the motivation anymore.
There was one small thing.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the conversation with Miggy, like after he's like, okay, we'll try again tomorrow, and every day until I think Darius would say, So did you overhear Ari's new goal?
Are you talking to Miggy?
Yeah.
What is Ari's new goal?
To become a god?
Oh,
Well-
right, that whole thing. Yeah. Yeah, I think he sighs. Yes. Keep an eye on her, please.
You know I will. You too. When you can.
Both eyes, as often as I can spare them.
Okay, be honest. You secretly kind of want her to become a god. You all and I
Well,
both also don't want that
I
for
don't
her at
even
all.
really know how that would work, Darius, to be honest.
You know, I stopped questioning how things worked a long time ago.
That's fair.
You
There's been a
were
lot about this that I have not understood. Being a god doesn't make you omniscient.
wouldn't that be nice?
It would make my job certainly a lot easier. But yeah, just keep an eye on her. I don't know how any of this is going to turn out, but I worry that... Well, I just worry about her in general, I guess.
Yeah, I kind of figured you did. That's why I wanted to.
It's not that I'm like scared she's going to do something stupid specifically. It's just that I'm scared that she'll do something stupid just generally.
I mean, in all fairness, that's
In a
basically
reckless
all
sort
we've
of
done
sense.
for the last couple of months.
That is entirely true. That is entirely true.
So, if
Even you
anything,
making me into a god was kind of just a stupid last-minute decision.
I mean, it was a stupid decision, but it was the best stupid decision.
I don't know if I agree with you yet, but we'll see if we do.
Look, between you and one of these two, I'd choose you anytime.
He laughs. You know, actually, now that you put it that way, I think you're right. They're a bit too volatile, aren't they?
I really didn't want to be the one to say it, but
It's all right. We're in your mind. We can have a guy talk if we need to.
Wow.
Just look out for them, Darius. You've always been the rock for all of us, so please be that for them.
We can smell what you're cooking.
I love you, Seth. Darius kind of taps his rock chest plate. Sometimes it becomes a little too literal.
Right.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to look more into the soul realm. I'm going to see what that's all about. It's something I've neglected because they're there. So
Be careful.
I think I'll have to risk it. Thanks, I'll try.
I know we're
Willow.
not as, we're not quite on your level, but if there's anything we can do, don't hesitate.
Sounds good. All right, well, Willow's telling me I should probably leave, so I guess.
I'll tell her I said hello.
Hello, Darius. I'm here. Yeah, she interferes sometimes with these. Just,
Now it's a
Wants to
conference
listen in.
call.
yeah.
Well, she can interfere with us anytime. I trust her.
Hey, Darius, there's something I do want to mention before I go. In the year 2020, there's going to be a virus called the coronavirus, and... no.
And scene.
Yeah.
No, he's like, actually, Darius, there's one more thing. Can you just make sure you're washing your hands and make sure everyone's washing their hands
Yeah.
fairly often. I've
Yeah.
discovered that it is greatly beneficial to preventing disease.
No, what he actually says is, Darius, there's this gorilla named Harambe.
My God.
He just fade out from there.
There's this thing called a zoo.
There's this thing called memes.
They're glorious.
Anyway, any other last minute things you guys want to wrap up?
No.
Only thing I want to do is I just want to write in my journal
Okay.
And I just want to say, like, you know, because she's
Maybe
just,
my new boyfriend sucked.
he was never really my boyfriend. I mean, let's be real.
Yeah, that's true.
He was just a rebound. Let's be honest.
Yep. It's obvious that was what it was now.
Oh.
Basically.
Yeah.
So she's just gonna say, I know you told me not to waste my life away, wondering if there was a way I could be with you. But I think I'd be wasting my life not trying to find a way.
Aww.
I mean, yeah, he doesn't answer, but
I know he doesn't, but like
Yeah.
she's just like
he reads it.
he knows.
We see him in this shadowy domain, sitting at a desk, and then he's reading like a mind version of the journal, right? Like, and seeing you write it, and then he just like
They've invented
sighs,
me-mail.
shakes her head, kind of like he's like smiling.
Because like she's writing in it like every day, like just notes to
Yeah.
him because she knows that he's.
Oh yeah, I mean, if he has like some sort of desk in the sky, like he's literally like getting out this journal every day and reading it.
It's my little love notes to him.
Oh man, it's adorable and really, really.
I just
funny.
realized something. Now both Ari and Raya are in long distance relationships.
Yep. We both literally went from our new guys to our old guys in one session.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, and it's
But
great.
Honestly,
both
though,
of
this is
them-
kind of the direction
the
I was heading
same
with.
guy the whole time,
Just a
Yeah.
different version.
kinda.
I mean, honestly, though, this is the direction I knew this is like where I wanted to go with Ari. Like,
Mhm.
I knew Samuel wasn't going to work out like
Yeah.
sessions ago. I was like,
Mhm.
no, something's going to happen. And it like, unless Samuel like did something very specifically, like, and whatever, then it was never going to work out with them. So I was just like, okay, time to let that go.
Well, there we go. I think that's our session of Terra Nullius. What a session that was, man.
Caleb.
Okay, so Emily, I literally planned that before you messaged me.
Okay.
Like literally, I had already planned that exact thing to happen because you guys went to the Soul Realm, and Orbius is weird, and things happen, and like, I thought that because of the weirdness that was happening with Orbius and how he had gotten stuck in there as a cognitive shadow, as like this mind image, I was like, I think the same thing is going to happen with Sabu. I think Sabu is going to end up in the orb as a cognitive shadow, and she's going to be able to interact with him.
Perfectly.
And no, because guys, okay, so Emily was messaging me in the middle of the session, being like, "Yep, this is it. Raya's done. Like, she 100% done. Like, she's just gonna be like, she's gonna leave."
Like, I don't see a way for her to not be done at this point.
Yeah, exactly.
And you're
I
just
was
Like, I don't know what else to
wait.
do.
And I was like, "Oh, I have an idea. Don't worry."
I'm like, well,
I wonder if what's his name? Not Clement. The other guy. Seer guy. I'm blanking on his name right now. Zaman. I wonder if he couldn't see past this moment because he was crazy at the time when it was gonna happen. Or he couldn't predict what happens in the other realm.
That's actually what it was in canon. His magic is mind magic, and what happened there was basically soul magic. So he couldn't access it. He didn't see the future because the magic was a different kind than allowed him to see.
He can't see magic that goes through a kind of he can't see the future through a magic that he can't control.
Exactly. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yep. All right, let's do goals. Let's get you guys.
I did squat this session. I did very little.
Get revenge on this. What's everybody's level?
14?
Everybody 14 except for Ari?
I'm 13.
I'm 13.
I am 15.
Okay, so Raya's 14 and Tipuma and Darius are 14?
13.
13.
That's what I meant to say.
Get revenge on
okay.
7 serpents?
Yeah.
Not really. I mean, I'm working towards it in the fact that I'm trying to get it so that we're actually doing things, but I'm not actually actively doing anything.
I don't think that came up this session.
Protect Raya, I think, is the closest one I can get to because
you certainly did it.
And find shiny new toy. Frick no, because friggin' Clement had nothing on him.
But you worked on it.
I was looking for it. He just didn't have anything. He just
Just wasn't there.
He literally didn't. Like
How rude.
he was going to. He's gonna have the beans, but
I'm not taking those.
yeah, I know.
Wow. Also, they're not shiny or new.
Yeah.
It's true. It's fair.
To be fair, he wouldn't care if it was dull and old. He just wants new toys.
All right, 4,400 XP for you, Chippin.
I think that makes me level up. I don't know.
Raya.
Okay, so I worked on killing Maziel.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did figure out
Yeah,
what
you found
Clement
out what Clement was. Yeah.
Fall in love with new Cebu.
I mean, you did for a moment, right?
tried.
I feel like you did, and then you had your heart broken.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's what I saw in that moment. Was like you like desperately being like, "Yes, I do love you. Please stay." Right.
I don't know if she really was, or if it was just like, a response to getting rejected or what.
But I mean,
who knows?
falling in love is basically just emotional, like wishy-washiness anyway. So
Okay, I mean, I tried.
That's definitely not true, but okay.
no, well, like choosing to love someone because you're like, oh wow, I love you and I want to this. But falling in love is a romantic term that's basically completely dependent upon emotion. So falling in love is something you can't control. If you fall in love, it's because you fell.
Whatever you want to give me. Raya thinks she might have been in love with him, maybe, but nah.
Yeah.
And then,
how long have you worked on any of those?
I mean, the Maziel one I was working on, and then the Clement and Cebu ones. These are the first time I've actually rolled for either of them.
Okay.
And then, do I get any XP for learn what Faustino's mission is? This was the fourth time doing that, even though it wasn't my goal.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Yeah, you get half XP for that then. Okay, so that means
I'm like, of course, it wasn't my goal because I didn't think that
that's not.
we were gonna go anything into that, but whatever.
I didn't either. Just the way those things work sometimes. All right, you get 10,050 XP.
Whoa. Okay. 10,000. Oh, this makes it hard. That's a lot of adding numbers because I'm at 954 is my last three. So I have to actually, I don't want to think about it. So I have to 10,050. Okay.
Ari.
I worked on protecting those I love.
Mm-hmm.
I came to a decision with what I want with Samuel. That was my fifth session rolling that. I've had it for a minute more sessions, but that was my fifth time working on it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm working on figuring out how to redeem things in the soul realm.
You are indeed. Okay, so you get.
Just remember level 15.
Yep, you get 11,400.
Oh my gosh, it's so much. 11,400?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Yeah. All right, Darius.
Okay. Figure out what's different with Clement.
You did. Good job.
Yay.
How long have you worked on that?
Huh?
How long have you worked on that one?
Since we met this party. So that was like the beginning.
But how many times have you actively worked on it?
Actively, yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all need to add tallies.
I would have done that if I hadn't forgotten to.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Let's see. How many sessions has it been since the season started? What was it? 47.
48.
So it's been 11, 12
I've probably
sessions
only honestly actually worked on it about 6 times, maybe 5.
Yeah, I think 5 is probably correct. Yeah. Because you've had it a lot, but haven't worked on it a lot.
Yeah.
So let's do 1, 2, 3.
5 easy encounters. 5 super easy encounters.
Okay. And then you did not work on putting an end to the death apocalypse.
And then atone.
And you did work on that, though.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you get 8,900. Congrats.
Cool.
Nobody leveled.
I leveled.
Oh, yay! Congrats.
I'm level 14 now.
I mean, I technically leveled from last time since I
Right,
finally slept.
Yeah,
I'm
same
also
here.
not exhausted anymore.
Congrats.
After like, what was that, 3 or 4 sessions of exhaustion?
Yeah, 3 at least. Yeah.
It's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, come on.
Well, there we go. That is our session of Terra Nullius for tonight, quarantine edition. That was
There's gonna be a
fun.
few
That was
quarantine
really good.
editions in the future, from the sounds of it.
Yeah. That was a very good session. I'm really, really happy with that session. I did not plan anything for this episode at all.
I had no idea that's where that was gonna go.
Me neither. We just did it, and it happened. So that was fun, though.
Clement is finally dead.
Clement is dead, and that will have ramifications. So good job, guys. Yeah.
Well, it already has.
I am really, really looking forward to what Ari tries to do with the beans as the tree of life. Like, really excited, because I have some ideas. Okay, so I just want to say something real quick. I have had that fact that the beans are the seeds to the tree of life since March 3rd, 2019. It's been months.
Almost
It's
a
been months.
year.
Been
You mean
over
I've
a
had
year.
immortality in my hands for a year?
Well,
Yep.
not cleansed immortality.
Oh, right.
Exactly. That's what. If you would have planted them without cleansing them, it would have been some sort of weird. I mean, honestly, it would have been like a flesh tree, right? That's what it would have been.
Right.
And it would have given you some sort of weird, horrible, tainted immortality that makes you like grow flesh everywhere or something, right? Like,
But I don't want to give up my beans. Like, I don't want to plant one of them because then I'm gonna have to like,
yeah.
not be able to use them anymore.
But you'll be
I mean,
immortal.
you can figure out a whole bunch of stuff like about how to use them, and then decide whether or not you want to, right? You don't have to plant them until you absolutely know for sure what it's gonna do. It can be like an end game thing, right?
Mm-hmm. And then how long does it take to make a tree grow? Is it like
I
a
mean, given that it's
beanstalk,
magic,
or it's
given
like...
that it's magic, it's probably not gonna take very long.
Okay. We'll see.
Seems likely. Cool. Well, there we go. Raya's will was broken and then reforged.
Man.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Great session. That's it for Terra Nullius. We are out. Have a great week.